Good afternoon. Sit in the front of the camera, Ryan. Good afternoon and welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn,
My name is Ryan.
halfway off the screen. So
What did he do? He was sitting there the whole
he
time.
was
Then he
sitting
moved.
and then he moved. Yeah, he did. There you go. And we got Joey in the background riding side saddle with me. He's still up. Can you fix him?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what you did. You walked away and it's all jacked up. If you can see us and hear us loud and clear, by all means, please let us know in the chat. What a way to start off. Ryan is just all out of sorts. I don't know how he did that, but Joey had it all set up, and then Joey comes back into the office and jacks it up. Let us know in the chat that you can hear us, preferably with VV Nation, that we're coming across loud and clear. As we can see that Ryan already is off track, and we'll get him back on track. That's all right. We'll get him back on track. You have your hat on. Claire says she has her hat on. I like that. Anybody else wearing a cowboy hat?
You
Ryan
can't be the
kind of.
only ones wearing a cowboy hat here.
Well,
Us and Claire.
That's awesome. Ryan is going back into the wilderness. Yeah, he is. You know, it looks like Little House on the Prairie. Good night, John boy.
Says I'm kind of weak. Let's see
Yeah,
here.
that's right. No, Joey's
I got it.
Joey's got it. Joey's got it.
Okay.
All right. Market's going down today. How many of you feel like it's time to panic? Anybody? Just type a one in the room if you think it's time to panic or time to get rid of all your stocks. Just type a one in the room. We're going to have a lot to say about that, about what's moving the market right now, right here. Some breaking news just came out in regards to tariffs. We're going to talk about that. Y'all are panicking? Man, a couple of y'all panicking. There you Connor says never. I like that. Panic at the Disco. Sing it. What song did they sing? I know they made one song specifically. Panic is not an investment strategy. Way to go, Bill. That's what I like.
There we go.
There you go. Adam says, nah, hold. I'm looking at my stocks and getting ready to see if any changes need to be made. That's what I'm doing. Claire says, have no fear. Glenn is here. It ain't about me. I'm just a guy. Pepto
I'm just
Bismol.
a guy.
Really, Andrew? Pepto Bismol? All right. Looks like we got 162 people here already. We're going to get ready to rock and roll. Let's go start with the homepage of the VectorVest software. Let's go start there. Go ahead. Sorry.
You're looking at Lloyd's Banking, I see.
Yeah, Lloyd's Banking is a stock that I like. It's an undervalued, cheap stock. We're going to get to that, why I like that in a second. But we can both see the homepage. Today, two red lights in the RT and the BSR. And after the bottom had struck in, the first down primary wave, MTI and buy to sell ratio at no levels are saying that we're at a top or anything. Today is a down day, and it's a down day driven by news. If we look at all of the quick list of all the indices, the NASDAQ, tech stocks are leading the way. Tech stocks are down 2%. S&P is down 1.5%. The composite's down about a percent. This is a time that maybe some of the stops on your stocks might be stopping you out. Don't be afraid of that. All right. If the market is telling you, remember, trade the chart, not your heart. I'm going to move over to a market timing graph real quick. And look at that, Ryan. Had a trend line. Not only did we break down through the upward trend coming off of this bottom, we now broke through this most recent level of resistance, now support. Again, not a time to panic. But, be defensive on your stocks. What's your take?
Yeah, I mean, the breaking of the trend line was a clear warning, but rejection at this level of resistance in the broad market. I'm also noticing, even the things that have been working, like the foreign entities, foreign banks, foreign
Right.
ETFs, even gold under pressure today. It's really just not a good day in the market. Good day, like you said. Go to your portfolio, assess where you're at,
Right.
stick to your stops. If you want to tighten them because we got the primary wave down, the red lights there, hey, I can't be mad at tightening your stops, but definitely be on the defensive side right now. I know, it's not, I would say one day is not a trend, but you can see with the primary wave, this is a 5-day movement of the broad market. So it's not just your typical one-day volatility.
So, again, not to panic. You guys need to be cool as a cucumber and make right decisions and not rash decisions.
Mhm.
Right decisions, not rash decisions. Tighten stops and stopped out of some. And I haven't looked at my portfolio today, my regular portfolio. I'm probably stopped out of a couple of stocks today, but we'll see. AMD, thanks to Ryan, profits 60% calls and Apple 70% in calls. There you go.
Nice.
I don't know how many of you saw the video last night about the pivot. Is this a profitable pivot for Apple? But I felt there was the right time to do the video. You guys know how I feel about Apple. You know that I love it, but I'm not in love with it. And could they be making a power move right now to get into the data AI center space? And we're going to see if that holds, if they really do, and I like to use the word, if they have the chops to work out with the big boys, the AMD and the Nvidia. I think that they could definitely bypass Intel. What was my other one? Intel, and I forgot who my fourth company was. Dell. I think that they could bypass Intel and Dell. I just don't know if they could keep up even with AMD, much less get to Nvidia. All right, so we'll see. Glenn isn't in love with Apple. He's in love with Palantir. I'm not in love with nobody. But my wife, before I said the wrong thing, holy smokes. Somebody gonna be like, do, 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 do. Janet, ooh, did you hear? And be like, somebody be run tell that. I'm not in love with no stop. Go ahead.
I'll say this because you were talking about AI data centers and clearly, the chips from Apple. One bit of optimism I have when it comes to the M series chips with Apple, they went the right path. They chose the same path NVIDIA went and AMD. They designed the chips, left the manufacturing up to Taiwan Semiconductor. Right now, Apple is the largest customer of TSM, not NVIDIA. So there's huge partnerships there. So yes, I think strategically going forward, this puts them in a great space, like you said, to compete with AMD, NVIDIA when it comes to the AI data center revenue, and obviously, the chips that are a part of that business.
And Apple's got tons of money on the sidelines to invest.
Oh, they got the cash to do it. They definitely have the cash to do it.
The order with Nvidia alone was a $1 billion order for 250 servers. It's a lot, and they're using Dell and Intel to help them with development. All right, so that's what the market looks like right now. Let's get into the news that's moving the market, and here we go. This is the big news. Ooh, what did I do?
You pushed the button. You didn't need to push
Well, you pushed the button.
I haven't had to do this in a while.
Sounds like Joe, he's pushing your buttons.
You need to do just what you do at the training center.
I don't know what I do at the training center.
That one screen right in front of you.
Oh, okay. So this is the big news for today. Trump to announce new auto tariffs Wednesday. Oh, that's today. I don't know if he announced them yet, but Donald Trump will announce new tariffs on auto imports Wednesday, the White House said.
The way the market's selling off, I have a feeling he made some comment today about the tariffs.
Trump will unveil the new tariffs during a press conference. Says at 4. That's 2 hours from now. So I think the market is moving down in anticipation of the talk. Trump on Monday had hinted that auto tariffs could arrive prior to April 2nd, the day his sweeping reciprocal tariff plan is set to begin. 4 p.m. There it is.
The comment section, people are saying 4 p.m. today.
All right. So now, what else is moving the market? You got anything you want to add to this story? This is just the market info story.
No, but I said it last week. As we get closer to the April 2nd deadline, just volatility in general is likely to tick up, and we're seeing that play out today, and I don't think it's over.
No, it's not.
Whether it's volatile to the upside or the downside, because as we all know, tariffs are what's driving the price action right now, and the news based on these tariffs.
Robin says it's an overreaction. You know why it may be an overreaction? Because it presents uncertainty to the markets, and markets don't like uncertainty. So with that being said, markets tend to be forward looking. They don't know how this is going to affect the market. So fear is also moving the market. April 2nd is coming. I don't disagree with that. So we'll see how this plays out. You know what else is affecting the market? Consumer confidence. All right, that came out yesterday. Slumps to a 12-year low. That's people's ability to feel confident about what's going on with their finances and all that kind of stuff. The consumer confidence contributed to continued its sharp 2025 decline as Americans' view about their financial future slumped to a 12-year low.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that. We've had huge increase in prices. Wages have not caught up. Housing is astronomical. Food's astronomical. The pressure is on, and the bigger concern is the tariffs. Can the consumers handle it if the tariffs, come to fruition and it does cause inflation? How are the consumers going to handle that? And leading up to this, with a weak consumer report earlier this week, obviously the sentiment is not positive, and I get it.
Eggs have fallen. Gas
Eggs
is falling.
You did not
Eggs
just
have
go to
fallen.
eggs.
Eggs have fallen.
Falling off the shelf.
No, they're not falling off the shelf. They're getting cheaper in price, and gas prices are going lower. All right. So I think those two stories together are being lumped up into why the market is selling off today.
Mhm.
All right. If I'm
And I did see Treasury yields tick up today, and that I think I mentioned that on the video this evening. That's kind of what started the sell-off this morning, but obviously I'd imagine the tariffs were kind of the nail in the coffin today.
interesting is I'm thinking we got a level of $66 on the VectorVest composite. We're about $8 off of that. That's where I'd get concerned. Right now, the news is driving the market lower. I don't know how much lower it can go, or if it's going to just break back through. That'd be very interesting. All right, let's get back to the news.
But that is a scenario you have to prepare yourself for.
I don't disagree. GM's path, a lot of my stories today are AI driven. GM's path to future gets an AI infusion from who? Nvidia. Everybody and their mama want to get in bed with Nvidia. Everybody. Everything Nvidia touches turns to gold. All right, so GM's path to future gets an AI infusion. GM has already been investing in the NVIDIA GPU platforms for AI model training. Now, they're extending this relationship to improve automotive plant design and operations. Using NVIDIA's Omniverse, platform, they're creating digital twins of assembly lines, enabling virtual testing and production simulations to reduce downtime. They will also use the NVIDIA Drive AGX, for in-vehicle hardware for future advanced driver assistance. Everybody's getting down that path of self-driving. I'm thinking that Wayfair is beating Tesla to that point, but I think there's going to be more and more emphasis on the newer cars to get that driver assistance put into them. And GM is one of the big three, right? Moving in that direction, utilizing NVIDIA. So I'm keeping my eyes on GM. I think I own GM in one of my portfolios.
Okay.
We'll see how that stands out. But I like the story. All right, so GM is one of the stocks in my list. Can you imagine Glenn and Ryan digital twins? That would be a nightmare for Joey. Yeah, Joey's shaking his head. What happens when Tesla touches something? Right now, anything Tesla touches is poopy. All right, and I'm angry about all of the stuff that's going on with Tesla and with Elon Musk. I'm not going to hide it. There's one thing to not like the guy, but it's one thing to go after people who have his products. I'm pissed about that. All right, this may not be the right platform for that, but
I'm going to say no.
Huh?
I'm going to say no.
You're not going to listen. You can say no. I'm just thinking because all of this stuff is affecting the Tesla stock in an adverse way as well. So I'm just all about that.
Other than the political climate, because clearly that's what you just touched on, Boyd, BYD, I've been talking about, I did a video on it about a month or two ago. The clear winner, undervalued compared to Tesla, which is way overvalued. Big news last week, it was their charging station, potential 5-minute charge there. This week, the annual revenue has outpaced Tesla. I think it was like 109 billion compared to Tesla's last annual report is like 95 billion. So I'm not going to say it, but it looks like Tesla might have just lost its crown as the king of the EV makers to Boyd. And I see that as more of the long-term problem for Tesla. And obviously, if Chinese gets into the robots and, essentially, Tesla's competing with China on many fronts. So we'll see how that plays out. But Boyd for me is kind of the big pressure on.
And Boyd puts
Tesla.
out like an $11,000 EV.
Yeah, they don't even allow them here in the States
that
because
can
they're so
barely
cheap.
fit me and Joey in it. That can barely fit me and Joey in, and everybody's going Google Gaga over all that stuff. It's a little itty bitty freaking thing. That's what it is.
They've got some other cars.
It's like
They're not all
me getting my
little tiny smart
granddaughter
cars.
one of those motorized cars. It's about the size of that. That's what that is.
You should show up to work with one. I would love to see you in a little
I can't
miniature
even
car.
fit in it, much less bring it.
That would make it even better.
All right. Next story is yours. Oil prices surged to 3-week high on supply concerns.
Yes. So geopolitical concerns here. Big things. Oil has been moving up quite a bit over the last 3 weeks. Tonight's video is on oil, just a headline. So I'm not going to go too much into it, but there is a very interesting scenario playing out with the sanctioned oil. It's harder to get sanctioned oil under the Trump administration than it was before, which is putting constraints on global supply chains. Because of that, and according to this article and really this news source in general, oilprice.com, that's one of the main reasons that oil has been elevating over the last several weeks. So tonight I'm going to touch more base into that, and I give you a couple stocks this evening, and today I give you some different stocks. I think I like 2 or 3 oil picks in here, but I see oil, gold, a little faltering. I'm not saying the gold trade is over. I'm not saying the foreign entities are over, but we see that momentum not working as much as it used to. They're down today along with the market. Oil is up, so don't sleep on oil, especially as we go into summer and these geopolitical concerns pan out.
Do you talk about the Venezuela story?
Yes.
Okay,
yep,
good.
in tonight's video. Yep, I touch on the Venezuela oil, and as well as the Chinese teapot factory.
All right.
And some oil tanker embargoes. But yes, definitely a couple things there that's going to constrain the supply of oil, especially with high demand. It's just the recipe for everything supply and demand, right? If we're cutting supply, even if it's sanctioned, demand is still there. That's going to put pressure on price.
Glenn, not to be political. Oh, you took it away. All right, fine. Never mind. It went away. I was going to answer your question. All right, I'm going to answer your question. All right, let's go to the next story. Intel. I'm very interested in Intel.
Okay.
The change to the new CEO. Intel has been in the doldrums for years. Intel is a big name that should not be in the doldrums, but has been. And it was because of the upper management. Now they've got new management, new CEO. Intel's new CEO might have the last best chance to turn around the company. Now, interesting in the story, while it's unclear whether Intel's financial problems can be fixed, there you go, and the current former employees generally agree on what steps TAN needs to take, short of a breakup. These steps include everything from cutting jobs to turbocharging Intel's young foundry process. I did see a story where Intel, I believe, was hooking up with Palantir or something along the facts. I'd have to get that story straight. A semiconductor industry veteran, Tan, what's his name? Tan Bipu? Pup? Dang it. I can't remember his name, but it's... Why?
I just remember Tan.
I do remember too. I guess why the story is saying Tan. His new role, he picked up that role on March 12th, and investors applauded the news. The stock went up 15%. Tan's experience as former CEO of Cadence Design, which is another story that I have today, a semiconductor design software company, and his experience on boards of some 14 semiconductor companies include Intel. I'm thinking that he's going to have the opportunity to go make some moves. There it is, Lip Boo Tan, A+ resume. So I think that people like him. I think that he's going to have to bring some innovative stuff back to Intel, but I'm very interested in keeping my eyes on Intel because they should, just in the name itself, they really should have the ability to do a lot better than what they are. All right. Are we looking to crash, Glenn? I'm not saying that yet. I'm not putting that out there. Remember, trade the chart, not your heart. We looked at the VectorVest composite on a graph. I saw that it broke through a trend line. I saw that it broke through a support line. I'm not calling it a crash yet because anything can happen within the next couple of days. I think news is moving the market today, whether it's the consumer sentiment yesterday or the big news that just came out today about tariffs on autos. So we'll see. I'm not calling this a crash. The problem with Intel is that once you are a year behind, that's 5 years behind in the tech world. And Intel has put themselves in that spot. They have, unfortunately.
I will say going forward, I see Intel and Taiwan Semiconductors working a lot more together.
Okay.
And that's going to benefit Intel more than it does Taiwan Semi. Taiwan Semi, I see that more as appeasing Western powers. You know, the U.S. administration right now, obviously, you know, big on bringing the chip industry back here. Intel's really got to hone in on those partnerships with TSM. Get these government contracts for new foundries, new research centers. Even if it's TSM, Intel needs to have some kind of footprint in these new projects, you know, because that's who they got to beat. They got to beat TSM. That's who they're competing against. Them and obviously, you know, the Chinese semiconductor manufacturing industry, which has evolved over the last 5 to 10 years.
All right. Next story is a silly story. It's a silly story. It's a meme stock in crypto. That's what it is. Put them
Glenn
both
sent
together.
me this story this morning.
Meme stock and crypto together makes it big poop. All right.
And I'll put it like this. I've said it before. You know, it doesn't matter my opinion on Bitcoin. I want to see it on corporate balance sheets. But as of right now, there are quite a few companies out there, but none of the big ones, nothing like Amazon. I think Apple got turned down. Microsoft turned it down. But this, you know, GameStop and MicroStrategy being the representatives for Bitcoin going forward, I'm not a fan of that by any means. So now I just want to give you a heads up that GameStop, just like some of, you know, the crypto miners, things of that nature, it is going to move along with the price of Bitcoin now. And as far as, you know, shorting it, and I'm curious, because of this big jump in GameStop, is this going to cause a short squeeze? You know, are there still a lot of entities shorting GameStop? Hopefully they learn their lesson. But yeah, just be careful with this one. I just thought it was a good story that Glenn sent me.
I would short GameStop any day of the week, every day of the week, and twice on Sunday. I want to go see something. Crypto. Let's go see where it is. Let's go Flocky. What the flying flip is Flocky?
It's called Floki.
How do you know? Oh, because you into this garbage.
Know what Floki is.
Floki. It's like Loki, but Floki. All right.
It's up today, or no, down 1.5%.
There it is. There's crypto. There's Bitcoin. All right, this is intraday. Looks poopy. I want to see news.
Rising yields aren't going to help Bitcoin.
BlackRock launches a Bitcoin ETP in Europe. That's the only story. What else? Oklahoma plans. There it is. There you go.
Yep.
What's your name? Ryan. Oklahoma plans a Bitcoin reserve.
It's on the books here for North Carolina as well.
I'm moving someplace else.
Because once, you know, a couple states do it, especially if a Mag 7 company puts Bitcoin on their reserve, on their asset sheet, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but that would definitely make me more optimistic.
I'm just looking at some news behind it. You know me, how I feel about it. 82%, the community sentiment, 82% is bullish on Bitcoin, 18% bearish. This is this community on this page. All right. I just wanted to look at that. Next story, talking about Bitputan, CEO of Cadence. What?
Nothing.
I'm just saying the name. Cadence, former company he was with, accelerates AI-driven engineering with, NVIDIA again. Grace Blackwell. Man, it seems like we all know that NVIDIA is the powerhouse stock out there, even though it's taking a hit right now. A lot of stocks are. But everybody's coming up to try to do some collaboration with NVIDIA. This is the Grace Blackwell new system coming out.
I mean, they are the gold standard of AI chips.
Engineering and acceleration with NVIDIA Blackwell, computational fluid dynamics, AI-powered engineering and scientific innovation, conversation AI assistance, deep reasoning for verification, AI-driven design optimization. There's a lot of stuff going on, and Cadence is another company that's in my list today to keep our eyes on. All these people, it's like everywhere you look, two companies that people are trying to hook up with. What's the other company besides Nvidia, Ryan?
TSM,
No.
Palantir.
Yep. Two companies that everybody in their mama want to get involved with. Well, these companies are driving other companies higher, generating enough excitement to want to hook up with them. All right, over and over and over. So Cadence is on my list today. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I hooked you up with a couple of stories today, like this one too. I'm looking out for you.
Yes, I do like this story a lot. Look, U.S. adds 50 Chinese entities to export restrictions list, curtailing access to Nvidia and AMD chips. I
So
like
how
how they
does
don't
this
even
story
mention
affect
Intel's
us?
chips. They don't.
How does this story affect us?
Well, so this, I have a feeling, is putting pressure on Nvidia. It's putting pressure on AMD. Think about it. China, one of the largest markets for semiconductors, largest growth market, largest demand market. Now we're cutting off some of that, right? So that's going to affect the bottom dollar for AMD. It's going to affect the bottom dollar for Nvidia, right? Especially now as China, essentially, they're forced to make their own chips. If they want advanced AI chips, they got to make it themselves. Obviously, that's going to take some time. So it does give Nvidia and AMD the head start. But as far as these stocks right here, um, they've been doing this for a while, right? Every time news comes out about, AI chip restrictions, it usually, dents sentiment in the semiconductors. And we're seeing that again today. And I don't see this, coming to an end. That's why I'm not going to be too surprised if the chips pull back a little bit more, but we will see how this, and the news can always change, right?
Well, that was an abrupt stop. I didn't know what
What do you, I thought you were about to say something.
No, I was like, dang, you just okay. Are you done?
Oh, well, now I'm done, Glenn.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Wow, that was abrupt. Interesting story again. I still think defense stocks are going to take off. Boeing and Northrop Grumman await the U.S. Navy next gen fighter contracts this week. So we all know that Boeing got the contract, $20 billion contract for the F-47. Interesting name designation. But nonetheless, Boeing got the contract. And I was sitting back saying to myself, why Boeing? Of all companies, why not Lockheed? I would have gone with Lockheed or Northrop Grumman. But Boeing got the contract. All right. Now, this one is for the next generation aircraft carrier fighter. All right. This is for the Navy. This is a Navy contract. The FA-XX program is one of several advanced capabilities the U.S. military is developing to counter China's growing assertiveness in the Indo-Pacific region. The contract would be worth single-digit billions, though. All right. Whereas the new fighter jet that's going to overtake the F-22 was worth $20 billion. It's going to be interesting that this is not going to be nearly worth as much, right? It's just going to be interesting. And potentially hundreds of billions over decades is expected to run. So this is for the new FA. I mean, the last F series there is, I think, is the F-18 Super Hornet. All right. Outside of, the stealthy plane, the F-22 and the F-35. But this is the next Navy plane. All right, Boeing bailout attempt. I'm not looking at it from that perspective. Or maybe it could be. I never thought about it as a bailout. I never did. But that's interesting. That's very interesting in regards to think about it that way. All right, so in this, I've got Boeing. I've got Boeing, Lockheed, and probably Northrop Grumman as well as Defend. That's my top stock pick for the defense space, where it plays the whole defense space instead of just individual stocks. So I'm still big on defense. It's just been a tough play. It's just been. I'm gonna wait. It's gonna come to fruition this year. It's gonna definitely come. As you can see, there's a lot more emphasis on defense so far. Last two stories of mine. Lloyd's Banking is a cheap stock that I've been watching. The stock has been killing it. Spark to AI leadership capabilities. Anything the leading with AI program will engage over 200 senior leaders at Lloyd Banking Group in a bespoke 80-hour learning experience. The course is designed and delivered by Lloyd Banking Group experts in collaboration with Cambridge Spark, the UK-based education technological firm renowned for helping organizations elevate their workforce capabilities. AI is being used in every aspect of life, whether it's medical, whether it's computers, just in general. And it's a bank that's going, and the reason why I like this bank is because it's an undervalued, cheap bank. Which defense stock to invest in? I am a big fan of DFEN overall. I am a big fan of DFEN. Oklo, Glenn. I like Oklo, but right now it's getting hurt. I do like Oklo. And the last story, Everfox Palantir to bolster government customers' C2 capabilities. Hold on. Why do I like this one? Where is it? There it is. This strategic partnership aims to serve clients with complex network and operational environmental requirements, Everfox said Wednesday. It will combine Everfox's technical expertise with Palantir's artificial intelligence capabilities to support warfighters' mission of processing real-time intelligence from multiple sensors and platforms. Why is that important? All these super jets that are being built in the next generation, they need the next generation jets. All of these need to have the capability to targeting a lot of different things at the same time, and this is enhancing it, whether it's in the air or on the ground. You know, when you shoot off a missile to overcome another missile, you got to be able to shoot down several missiles because they're all coming in at you at the same time. This kind of technology we're advancing so that we can accurately shoot down multiple targets, all while trying to still fire a plane, drive a tank, all that kind of stuff. All right, so another partnership, like I said, with Palantir, just like we saw about the other collaboration with NVIDIA. Two companies that are at the forefront of what's going on in the market. Whether it's NVIDIA, whether it's Palantir, two powerhouse stocks. All right, let's go back into the software. There it is, still the market below the uptrend that we've had since the bottom, below this level of prior resistance, now current support. So it's testing it. And again, anything can happen. People are reacting to the news from yesterday and today. That's affecting the market. Let's go to the viewers tab. And let's go look at the wrong one. Let's go to AMA. Where is it at? There it is. AMA, market indices. Price target for the end of the year. I have not thought about a price target for Palantir right now. I'll make a video on it, maybe. All of the major indices are down. The only thing that's up is the VIX. Which means fear is creeping back into the market. The price at the VIX, though, is still at under 20. Once it's above 20, then the market is more fearful than it is greedy. We're not there yet, but big moves in the market to the downside today. Let's go look at my picks last week. Glenn's picks last week. Let's go look. I had NVIDIA, Google, Yum Brands, Microsoft, Walmart, Oracle.
Tesla should have worked out for you.
Well, we'll see. Hell, it's down 5% today. One of the biggest movements down today. Let's go back 1 week. Let's go take a look. Quick test all. Yeah, I made a little bit of money, 1.3%. Outpaced the market, which was pretty flat. Nice mover. There it is, Tesla. Google was up. Microsoft, Yum, Walmart.
Tesla saved you.
Tesla didn't save me.
You would have been negative if you didn't get Tesla.
It wasn't saving me. It did what it was supposed to do. That's what it did. All right. Let's go look at your stock picks from last week real quick. What did you have? 10-cent Meta?
I had all kinds of random stocks.
You did. Why did you had a lot of different. BHP, I'm looking at that stock. Stock. Garbage, and garbage.
Garbage and garbage.
These are all trades. I don't know why you would hold them over a week, but that's just you. You. But
Let's
FCX,
see
I like.
how it worked out. I don't even know how this worked out.
I don't know either, but I'm thinking.
Oh,
these
you
are-
know what? Those quantum, because they had Quantum Day yesterday, or last week. That's why we added lots of stories there about the
yeah,
quantum.
I think that you're gonna suck eggs today.
Suck.
Let's go. Oh, you can't suck. Eggs are too expensive to suck. So
Yeah,
let's quick test them. What? That's not. Right.
Oh! What'd you say, Glenn?
Hold on. That ain't right. That is not. Hold on.
That ain't right. He said that ain't right.
Damn. That could be right. Quick test. What made it? What? FCX,
All of them.
The copper play.
All of them.
Oh my gosh! It was actually the doggone.
Oh, all the ones you was talking
it
crap
was
about.
The doggone.
It's all right, Glenn.
Look at that.
I'll strive to be you and try to get 1% this week, okay?
Holy
For next
smokes.
week.
I can't believe that doesn't seem right. How does it go up? I mean, after that day, they got hit. Did they rebound that much? It's interesting. That doesn't seem right, but the numbers are the numbers, right? Wait a minute. That is got to be wrong because on mine.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks actually. It's not the 12th.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, hold on. I did something wrong.
And I think
I did.
Your date wasn't right either then.
Whew. I'm sitting there, I'm like, that can't be right.
Oh yeah,
that's
there's no way.
right.
There we go.
You should strive to be like me. You're right. You should strive to be like. And I was thinking that the IONQ actually made money. Interesting. I didn't.
That's the one I put in my AMA. IONQ. I think I had Weemy. Was in there.
Meta made money. The copper play made money. What's the worst? There it is. One of the quantums did really bad. I was like, I couldn't see that going up that much after that event. That was like,
It was definitely buy before, sell the news kind of thing.
Yeah,
and you could see the lead up with the 2 week quick test. Did you quick test yours from the 19th, or was it from the 12th as well?
No, I think I did mine from the 19th. Let's go check, make sure. You just trying to make sure that you're like, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You like, you didn't make no money. I'm like,
you didn't make no money.
I just want you to see 319, right? Quick test them. I made money. You didn't.
Okay.
Good. So that's good. We just need to bring that to the forefront. All right. I made money. You didn't. All right. I still love you like a brother, though.
Well,
Keep
thank
that
you.
in mind. Let's go look at my picks for this week based on the news. How are you concerned about other nations not wanting to buy American weapons anymore? Nope. Listen, we make our weapons for us. You don't want to buy them? Don't buy them. I still think, Dave, that there's no doubt in my mind with the advances that we've got in weaponry that people are still going to buy our weapons. You know, the F-22 is so good that we don't sell it to anybody else, but we'll sell them the F-35. I think that people are still going to wait in line to buy our weaponry. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So that's all I got to say about that. My picks for today. Nvidia, man, look at all my picks are going down today. Lloyd Banking, this is what I like about Lloyd's. Lloyd is a cheap, undervalued stock with an RV above 1, earnings growth double digits.
Other than Northrop Grumman, it's your best stock today.
Say again?
I said other than Northrop Grumman, it's your best stock today, only down 0.5%.
Yeah. So Lloyd is one of those plays that I've been keeping my eye on. Defend, you know how I feel about the defense. So I got Defend, I've got Northrop, I've got Boeing. All right, Northrop and Boeing are going after the FAXX, the next generation naval plane. So Palantir, Intel is going to be an interesting play. I want to see if they have the ability to get out of the doldrums. GM story was there with AI. Cadence. All right. All of these stocks are the stocks that made the news for me. If I'm going to look at them, I don't know if I even want to look at the graphs. Whew, Nvidia is getting beat up. Man, this is why I like Lloyd. This is why I like Lloyd. It's a cheap, undervalued stock, and look at the value. Look at the value on that.
It's a perfect chart there. Value on the rise, price action.
I like that stock a lot. Defend, again, it's been on a run, coming down to a level of support. Would I buy it today? No, but if I'm in it, I'm still holding it. GM, nice little move, undervalued as well. Cadence, nice little upward move from a sell to a hold. RT got above 1 and then came back down. Northrop Grumman, trend. Again, a lot of these stocks are breaking trend lines or close to trend lines today. All right. Intel. This is going to be an interesting play. I'm going to keep doing work on that. And then Boeing. So you can see why I picked a lot of these stocks based on the trends, but today's move is affecting them. Let's go look at Ryan's picks today. Ooh, go ahead.
Look at that. The oil company at the top of the list. Only two winners today, oil and GameStop. No surprise. We got Nvidia up at $113. Look at that. Other than Nvidia, MicroStrategy leading the charge. I find it ironic, MicroStrategy down 16 or almost 5%, while GameStop up on the news from buying Bitcoin. That's an interesting play. We got BTC here, Grayscale, Mini Trust. But as far as RT relative timing, the only ones with RT above 1, you've got oil and then the Bitcoin plays. Yeah, Flowtech, that's oil. So that's the only thing with a trend actually in our favor right now. Let's just graph these real quick.
I like the undervalued rising value on this.
Yes, value on the rise, price action on the rise, nice fresh buy rating, RT relative timing, showing momentum to the upside. I like this as an oil play here. I like the momentum behind it. MicroStrategy coming out of this level, the zone here. Let's see if we get that retest, but still way overvalued, coming in just over $300 right now. We've got GameStop. That's the big jump up there.
It should
right
be
at that level of resistance.
Play this stock.
Huh?
It should be illegal to even play this or even look at this.
Right. This is clearly, it's been a pump and dump before. You can see the last pump here to the downside now, but it is having a nice breakout. So if you're if you're a gunslinger, hey, the stock here might show some momentum to the upside. But I'd wait, get above this level of resistance here around 28.95, about $1 away. But again, it's very volatile stock in nature. Here's Flowtech, the other petroleum company. Look, value on the rise, price action on the rise. I like what I see here. It's a down day today, so I'm not, really want to, be too concerned about pulling the trigger on it. But we do notice volume tapering off with price action on the retreat here. So I do like that for the bulls. But overall, nice lower left, upper right. Baker Hughes, similar, lower left, upper right, undervalued. RT. Struggling to stay in 1 right now. We see it's right at the oscillation point of 1. Wait for an update for confirmation. Next up, we got AMD. Big rejection. If I use technical analysis here, I was looking for support around 108. We'll see if we find support here on the rejection. We'll do support resistance. But you can see the resistance zone coming in right there. We're still in that resistance zone. So to get any kind of confirmation, you want to get break above 119, 120. But still on top of the trend line. So that's favorable for AMD as well. Now we've got BTC, Bitcoin, nice uptrend currently, close to this level of resistance here at 39.86. We'll see if, we get some more news as far as Bitcoin reserves, whether it's state or local or companies putting on the balance sheet, but just not getting the momentum we need right now. Now here's Nvidia, big down day today. You can see Glenn's got a level here, 113. See what happens here, but it looks like, next level is at 103. What do you think, Glenn? Do you think he's going to break this?
I think right now it's in a hurt locker.
Yep, I think so as well.
That story that you gave about the 50 stocks on the restricted list, I'm with you. I think it's going to affect Nvidia. Is it going to stop them? No. Will it affect them? Yes. And short term, I think so. Nvidia is just too strong a company to stay way down there for too long. So,
because as I read that article, the U.S. is really trying to crack down on the chips being still smuggled into China. And one of the bullet points, because you talked about defense, obviously China being a big issue with the new fighter jets, that taken in consideration. But that article, to help curb China's research for hypersonic missiles. That's, obviously other than AI data centers, but that's one of the big reasons why they're trying to, really restrict these chips is to, prevent or prolong that technology going into China's hands, those hypersonic missiles.
You've seen the Russia hypersonic missile that just blows up. It doesn't know what the hell to do.
Yeah, I've seen both. Obviously China is way ahead of the curve, compared to Russia. But then look, that leads me to Taiwan Semi, right? Taiwan Semi, we've said it before, it is the pivotal AI company. You know, the reason, you know, the manufacturers for Apple, Nvidia, AMD, you know, they are the reason behind the AI revolution. But you can see, oh yeah, look at that, nice retest. So see if we break that. But clearly, you know, this level of support here, it won't show up on mine. Let's see here.
Let me see.
There you go,
Oh,
168.
there you go. You got it.
Look
I'm
at that
thinking
for
that's the level. If you're gonna panic, that would be the level to panic at. Not
that's
now.
what I'm thinking, because that's right where the new low comes in, right? So if you're trying to bottom fish, just be careful. We got a new sell rating on it as of today. And even look at this. If I zoom in a 3-month time span, even with the rally, you know, coming off that bottom, look at volume, you know, historically pretty low compared to, you know, last 3 months. So not much conviction in this rally. We had a, you know, break of that downward trend line, but quickly went right back below it. So again, the sentiment is just not there with semiconductors right now.
Do me a favor. Go back to Nvidia.
Nvidia.
Someone asked, when should I purchase more Nvidia? I want to buy the dip. I'm gonna say wait till it stops going down. Let the stock come to you. Let the stock show you some move. When it stops going down, starts going back up, start looking at an opportunity when it starts moving back up. What do you got to say about that?
It's still in the descending channel, you know, but me personally, you know, if you can get Nvidia, you know, close to 100 or sub $100, hey, you know, it's probably worth a nibble. You know, am I going to back up the truck? No. But yeah, other than that, as long as it stays in that descending channel, you know, the sentiment is going to be, you know, for the bears, especially with the, you know, the chip restrictions and all the news going out right now. Nothing's really adding up to say, hey, let's, you know, start rallying Nvidia right now. I'm just not seeing that.
All right. Tell you what we're going to do today. Do it at a time. We're going to go to customer picks this week, right? We only got 50 likes. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to look.
No, we got to see the picks last week. See how they did?
No, not really, because they probably did horrible. All right, so that's just me being me. Don't put them in yet. I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to do something a little different today.
Oh, something different.
I'm going to do something different. Let's quick test them. Watch they beat both of us. No, they were pretty flat. Big movers for them was FGI. I know nothing about it. Kins, I do know about FTAI.
Oh, BBAI. Look at that. AI stock actually holding some ground over the last, you know, trading week. I
so
like
they
that.
were flat for the week. There you go. All right. So tell you what I'm going to do this week. Customer picks this week. Now we got 665. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give 6 stocks for brand new people who don't normally chat, and then I'm going to give 6 stocks for normal people. I want the new people who don't normally chat. I want to see your picks. The people who are new to the chat, who don't chat very often. There's one. Stacy, ESLT, comma, Eugene, I already know you. I want to see people who do not chat. I'm going to shine some light on the people who don't talk that often.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so put your stocks in. And then Jake, I got you. Hey, write down Jake's XRS. Troy, you write down the normal people that you know.
Gotcha.
All right, and I'm looking for the new Raj. There we go. HOOD. I need 3 more stocks from people who don't normally chat in the room. I want to put some shine on new people. Ryan is writing down regular people stuff. No, you're not, Alfredo. Don't try it. Virginia, TIPT, comma, Jimbo, FMCC, and one more. David, FCX. All right. So again, I like, and here we go. I'm watching the new people type in, and I love that. But you got to catch me when I say it. You got to catch me when I say it. Jake says, hurry up. Stop, Jake. All right. So, John, you're not new, but Ryan's got 5 stocks from the regular people that are in here. What are those stocks, Ryan?
CLS,
TPC,
XERS, FTI.
FTAI.
That's what it is. And then we got FMCC, Jimbo's YouTube.
FMCC, I think. Did I not put that in there?
Is that us? Oh, you did. Okay. And then we got XROF by John Bray.
That's more than 6 stocks. But that's all right. I'll put it in. I should have 12 stocks. How do I only have 9? What is John's XROF?
XROF.
EXROF. That's 10. I take the next two you want to take, Ryan.
After X off, it's FCX.
FCX.
We already have CLS, so it's BLK.
FCS.
And
FCX.
Troy says, I thought I was a regular person.
FCX. What was the other one? BLK.
BLK.
All right.
BlackRock.
There's your 12 stocks for today. Again, I'm going to try to, whether it's on my live stream or on our live stream, I want to put some shine on the new people. I want to get you interactive with the rest of us. You know, I want to do that. All right. I thought I was an irregular person. You need more fiber. Okay. With that being said, none of the stocks are going up today. Two of the stocks are sells. We have Celestica as a sell. We got Robinhood as a sell. The buy recommendations are at the top of the list now. ESLT, FCX, FMCC, and TIPT. What stocks have the biggest uptrend? FMCC. Is that the new Fannie Mae? I think it is. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and Return of the Mac, all of that.
We know how that played out last time. Hopefully we don't get a repeat.
XERS is a stock that I do like. It's down today. All right, let's go take a look at all of these stocks. Ryan's going to give some insight along with me. Ooh.
I like that one. Look, undervalued, value on the rise, price action on the rise.
I'm not buying it. It's going
Buy
down.
rating. Huh?
It's going down.
Well, today, yeah.
Yeah, you know me. I don't buy a stock on a down day. But you know something?
But in general, I definitely like the pattern that I see here.
Extended line. There it is. Oop, there it is. Oop, there it is. It is moving up. And you know something? If you own it, even on this little down day, I would trade the trend. You agree with that? I would trade the trend line.
Still in an uptrend.
Leave it alone. All right. Next one. XERS. I did own this stock. I made some good money on it. I did own this stock. If you own it still right now, let's go see if it's still. It's still in the. It broke through the uptrend. I wouldn't be mad at you if you took half off the table. You agree, disagree? What's your take?
No, most certainly, especially that RT got up to elevated levels around 1.8, it seemed. So, yeah, it looks like the stock's just taking a breather right now. No, not like you said, I want to sell the whole position, but definitely taking some profit off the table. I mean, the stock went from $4 to almost $6 in like 2 weeks.
I agree with you on that. It's just
take some profit.
Down today.
You know?
All right.
I'd rather be playing with more house money than my own money in this market.
And it is a bio, and it is not fundamentally sound. It is not fun. So this is more of a speculative play. But if you've made some money, this much money on that speculative play, I wouldn't mind if you took half off the table or even took it all off the table. ESLT. What don't I like about this, Ryan?
That value's declining?
No, what else?
Just look volume at the chart. Is dropping at these elevated levels?
It's gappy.
Oh, the gappiness
it is. I don't like gappy stocks. All right, but what do I see? I see you know something? I see an upward trend and it's still holding. If it breaks down below that trend, I would take profits on the table. Your 2 cents?
Yeah, I look to see what price action does. You know, if you get a nice bottom wick today or tomorrow, hey, keep it going. But yeah, if we get any more much more really, I mean, we're right on that trend line here. If we get much more, at least, take some off the table. Especially as the market, we saw the primary wave down. We see in red lights, if the primary wave was up, I'd be a little bit more optimistic.
I agree. But market timing is key. And right now, the primary wave is down. When you're watching these stocks fall through these levels, you got to be super careful. All right.
Got to take what the market gives us. I don't like that upper wick.
That's a lot of selling pressure coming out of a channel. Nice move up to break through, but no real good follow through. That's a shooting star. That could be a possible reversal coming off of this level.
Yeah, see if you get follow through, especially a clear break with with that consolidation zone there. You see those 2 levels of support.
Yeah, I do like that it's undervalued though. All right, next one. FCX is a good play. Just today is getting killed. That's one day. I wouldn't be mad if you took half off the table, especially if you got in further down here. That's a one white soldier, and it's been going up and up and up and up.
And now we got a bearish engulfing today.
That is a bearish engulfing. Absolutely.
So yeah, I would be under the same impression as you, Glenn. I'd be more concerned about taking profits than holding it out.
I agree. All right. Channel, no.
This has done nothing over go to a 1-year chart. Let's see what this thing is
doing. What if I don't want to?
Well, then don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not here for it. It's done a whole lot of nothing.
That's a lot of channel, and it's undervalued. But what's value doing?
Dropping.
Yeah, I'm not.
The only thing I like about it, RT, creeping its way back into favorable territory, but still just not sold on it.
Okay. Who puts on a 1-year graph? Who does that? BlackRock.
Fairly valued. RT getting rejection at the oscillation point of 1.
It broke through the downtrend, but when I got to sit here and look and try to make a story up for this, it's probably not the right time to be in the stock. You agree or disagree?
I agree. There's nothing here that says, hey, I should buy this stock right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Same thing.
Go to a 1-year chart with XRO.
John, it's a good thing I met you in person and we had lunch. Other than that, I'd be really mad at you for making me put this stock up there. John and I met with the vice president of development. He's a good friend of Dwayne's. And John came to the office. We all went to lunch. John's a cool guy. I'm not feeling I'm not in it anymore. I learned my lesson with XROF. It's got a lot of great potential. It really, 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 really does. But when is it going to ever come to fruition?
Yeah, as far as XRO, I see XRO getting caught up in the tariff thing. Obviously,
Why?
we'll find out details. I don't know if you know what XRO is. They do coil drive, pretty much car manufacturing.
Why do you think that they're going to get caught up in tariff thing?
Well, they're Canadian based.
That's not real tariff. China's real tariff. U.S. and Canada are going to be friends.
But the news alone is
going to
help.
always be friends forever.
The only thing I say that's going on for XROF right now, it's undervalued. This whole time was way overvalued. Now, finally, from an investment standpoint, hey,
this ain't the first time. Look at this, way undervalued. And
that was a huge jump. I mean, right after the jump up, though, valuation just started to decline again. So I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, like you said, I'm not sold on XRO.
I think that the stock does have great upside potential. Who's this Susan? What's her name? I forget her name. They need to do something at the top because they're just not giving the people what the people want.
Because ever since the Hindenburg report, I mean, the stock has just not been able to recover.
How long ago was that? That was a way long time ago.
Well, I went to click on the 5-year. There we go. It was up here.
Okay.
I want to say that was the Hindenburg report back in 2021.
And it never recovered. You're right.
It just hasn't. But look at the stock though, so overvalued, right?
Because there was a lot of talk, and
so all this is hype.
VectorVest was buying it too.
There's a lot of people at VectorVest that own it. Yeah. My mom owns a little bit of XRO, but she's in at like 12 cents, so she's not doing too bad, and she just got a little bit. But as far as XRO, I mean, now it's becoming more attractive. As do I have faith in the company? Do I like the valuation?
Do you have faith in the company?
I know I'm not an XRO holder.
I'm not either anymore.
I know the potential that's got, what's going on, but still, just as far as now, just from a valuation perspective, hey, I get it. But back here, it's all hype and you should be focused on technicals.
There's my boy JD says, I said, don't trust this rally, Mr. Glenn. Well, I'm looking at, from the market bottom, everything lined up. I think the only thing that could really dampen this market is what's going on, tariffs. You agree or disagree, Ryan? I think coming off that market
I said
bottom,
it last week. The closer we get to April 2nd, and he's got a news conference today at 4. So yeah, tariffs are gonna not be good for the market, but the news of tariffs are not going to be good, right? We don't know the market doesn't like it, doesn't like the uncertainty.
All right. Let's go to the next stock. Hood. I had some
big
of this.
drop today.
I had some of this. I got rid of it today. For
You
me,
did?
it
Okay.
broke through that was enough.
Yeah.
That was an
Hey.
aggressive play for me anyway because it had to do a lot with crypto. You know how I feel about crypto.
Mhm.
So I did take a little bit of this when it was running up. I dumped it today. I did dump it today. Not only did it break through that level of the trend line, but it's coming right up on this level of support. I'm interested to see if that level of support will hold, which is at 43.93. Interesting if it'll hold
Mhm.
and bounce back up. But I pulled the trigger and got out of it because of the association with crypto. So poopy stock.
Poopy
I hate
stuff.
these poopy stocks. FTAI. I like the
Aviation.
move, bounce off
Mhm.
support. Beautiful move.
Undervalued too now.
Yeah.
It's a transportation company, aviation company. Let's go to 6 months, see what we got here. I see the dip coming off, close to $176 right now. It's 112.
That
So
wasn't
from
a dip. Now that's a dip.
yeah,
That's
that's
a
what.
dip. That was
Well, it's been dipping ever since that prior high. Um, personally, let's go to your chart here. From an investment perspective, I like it. The stock was overvalued. It's okay. Investors were willing to pay that premium, but now with market uncertainty, they're not. The stock is coming back to its valuation. I get it. From an investment perspective, I actually do like this.
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it. But
I'm
yeah, again, with two red lights, April 2nd, the tariff day, whatever you want to call it. I get it if you want to wait for the dust to settle after April 2nd.
actually I can make me
Yep, there it is right there.
there's
That's
the
the pattern.
wedge. I can make a
Mhm.
wedge. See which way it breaks. All right, one more stock. Joey's getting impatient. There it is.
Oh, Troy said it was FTI. See, I was right, Glenn. I did say
Oh,
FTI.
was he? I thought he was wrong. Man,
CLS broke that upper trend line. So yeah, if you're bottom fishing on CLS, I know that was a top stock. It is undervalued. I get it, but as far as the technicals, I'd be protecting that right now.
All right, let's go look at FTI. Son of a gun.
FGTA. You just can't
Shut
type
up.
in FTI
Stop
today.
talking to me right now. I'm not
So
talking
he's
to
got
you.
extra on the brain.
I got extra on the
He's all
brain.
frazzled now.
Interesting in this stock.
It's petroleum. It's hot.
Look at that. That's not a bad looking play. That I like. RT went above 1 and rising.
Mm-hmm.
$30 stock. I'd like to see it break above this level of resistance, but this level of resistance, I like the play. Undervalued. I don't like the volume though. That concerns me. It's a flag, not a stop of buying of it. But look at that. That is beautimous. Troy,
Beautimous.
there you go. That is what my wife says. That's a beautiful stock. I like that stock. All right,
But yeah,
anything
pretty
else?
low volume since breaking that resistance zone as of yesterday.
Look at that.
We're not really breaking that on conviction. But yeah, as long as it rides at above that trend line, hey, ride it out.
Tell you this last thing we're gonna do. Are you putting any stocks in your? I'm not putting any stocks in my portfolio right now.
Let's go to the portfolios. Let's see how we're doing here. Again, this is a portfolio that me and Glenn do. We can only place trades on Wednesday during the live stream, so we only trade 1 day a week. We got Glenn here. Look, hey, not too bad. Down 2.5%.
Yeah.
We just started this at the beginning of the year.
Way to go, Ryan. Down about 4.5%.
Hey, here we go.
There you go. Way to go, Brian. Way to go, Ryan. He put more money in his portfolio. He was a little bit more aggressive. I did not.
But if you notice, we're mostly
you don't
in
have
cash
stops
right
on.
now.
How do you not have stops on?
Yeah, I do. 15% trailing stop, right?
You see that right there?
Oh, we got to turn the genius on. Who knows what happened?
You might close out or something.
Who knows what'll just happen?
While that's going on, is there anything that you want? I'm not putting anything in my portfolio right now. I'm taking advantage of the market timing. Not the right time and primary wave is down. I'm not ready to go with contras yet at all. I'm leaving my portfolio alone. I'm not touching.
Yeah, I don't want to do contras with the MTI so low just because we only trade, like I said, on Wednesdays. Go back to my portfolio. I just want to see, or I can click on it. If I'm holding oil, because if not, you know what? Let me grab some oil. I am actually going to grab this one here, and I will do
Flowtech.
do Flowtech. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Add to portfolio.
Don't put it in mine. I ain't touching. Don't be putting. Oh, you got to get to 2025. It's further.
There we go. Ryan. Next.
I think you should invest all your money in them too.
Yeah,
think
put it
you
all in
should.
petroleum.
Put it all in petroleum.
Yeah, we'll do $3,000.
You should do 30 grand. 30 grand.
Oh
Go
wait,
ahead.
I only clicked the one. Oh man. There you go. Add to portfolio. You said you're not going to add today? I'm just
No.
going to add oil because that's the only thing that seems to be working right now.
Okay.
Showing some positivity. A little bit of oil.
I'm gonna change it to 30,000. Oh, no, don't click it. Don't click it. Don't click it. Don't click. Oh my gosh. You weren't
What?
supposed to click it. I messed you up. You weren't supposed to click it.
Oh man. Glenn's messing me
You
up.
moving through it so doggone fast. Hold on. Look at what you did. I was messing with you.
It didn't confirm it.
Oh,
It didn't buy it.
Okay, good. All right. I'm not gonna mess with you anymore. Go ahead. Go ahead. You do it.
Oh yeah.
I was messing with you. But you were moving a lot faster than I thought you were.
And if you notice my portfolio, I'm really not holding a lot of tech right now. I didn't see here. Ryan.
Ollie G, we didn't look at those, but we gotta go. We do have to go. But Ryan, those two stocks that Ollie G want to look at, maybe he might do a short on them if he can make a story out of it.
Urban and DRI. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take a look at those.
Okay.
But if we notice, look, I've got AMD did the bottom fishing. My cost to share 107. I'm happy with that. We'll see how that plays out. I've got mining, Honeywell, which is, they got quantum, industrials, things like that. It's actually the only stock up today, so that's nice. I've got WEME. My average here is at 73 cents right now, 74. WEME jumped up quite a bit, like 25%. I don't know if you saw that, but it has pulled back. That was yesterday was their big move. But you can see a lot of gold and silver, industrials, and then I'm adding gold today. So we'll see how that plays
Let's go
out.
see what your ROIs are. There you go. Your biggest mover is Harmony, followed by ASM, followed by WEME. Looks like with the
Microsoft down 6%. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and cut the plug. Let's go ahead and sell Microsoft.
Up here, up here, up here, up. Sigh.
It's at the top. Close position.
Did you click on it?
No.
That's what
I thought you were taking over.
Right click. Oh, dang it. Close position.
Close position.
There you go. Microsoft is gone.
All right. That works.
All of his stocks are up.
I want to stick with what's working.
Okay. There you go. All right. We got to go. We got to go. Take a look at those stocks for Ollie G for a short. All right.
Oh,
what?
You know what we're supposed to mention today?
What's that?
That we've got a special event going on in Charlotte.
Oh, we were
May
supposed
1st.
to talk about that today? Okay.
Just a little teaser. But yes, we will be hosting, it looks like a live event May 1st. We're just waiting for the confirmation. Hopefully the marketing campaign will be starting, I think, next week or hopefully by the end of this week. Sooner than later. But yeah, May 1st. Put it on your calendar.
Live event in Charlotte.
Charlotte, North Carolina. This will be our first event together for the YouTube channel. That'll give you about a month to prepare for that event. Again, Thursday, May 1st.
The big focus is on people who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software. We'd really, your subscribers to the channel, we want to meet you. We want to meet you. We want to meet everybody, but a big emphasis on the people who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software. We want you to come out. It's all about you, YouTube. So we're doing a live event that's really YouTube oriented. But we really want people who are not subscribers to the software. We want you to get an opportunity to come meet us and talk.
And even existing subscribers,
right.
Obviously you're always welcome. And as far as my knowledge right now, we will have, like seminar prices or special discounts at this event. So if you want to, renew your subscription, or, if you took out a trial and you haven't quite committed to the regular subscription, this will give you an opportunity, maybe save some money if you want to take that commitment on an annual subscription level. But yeah, it looks like there's
May 1st, Charlotte.
May 1st. Just, put that bug in your ear, and then we'll have more details coming out in the very near future.
All right. That's it. Sign off for today.
All right, everybody.
Make it quick. Stop. Don't just make it quick. Hurry up. Okay.
Bye. You know what I'm going to steal, Glenn? I love the saying that you say, and it is, if you can't find a good person, be a good person. I love that, and I hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon. We'll see you next week.
I love you, bro. See ya.
See you, buddy.